Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Video Game Details. This series where we take a look at some of the cooler things that you may have missed when playing your favourite games, with the only rule being they cannot have been featured on my channel before. In today's episode, we get creative with our getaways in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we play crash test dummies in Grand Theft Auto 5, and we find a nice number on one of the cameras in Cyberpunk 2077. As always, if you think you know of a detail that I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comments section or on my social media accounts. The links, as always, are in the description. Oh, and if you do want to enjoy this video, then leaving a like, subscribing, or turning notifications on is really appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's take another look at Watch Dogs Legion. Now, regular viewers of this series know that I have a strange fascination for cars that indicate in video games. So far, we've covered indicating cars in Burnout Paradise and Saints Row, and it's now time to add Watch Dogs Legion to that list. If you set a waypoint and enable auto drive, your vehicle will do this. As I said, I don't know why, but I just love this detail in games. Speaking of auto drive, when you are travelling to your destination with auto drive activated, your character will do this. So to pass time, your character will play on their phone whilst the car drives itself. It's a nice touch. Sticking with games we covered in the last episode of this series, let's take another look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The first detail from Valhalla is not only really cool, but also pretty useful. Dotted around the world of Valhalla, you can find bags of flour. Well, those bags of flour aren't just for show.
Get round the side!
So shooting the bags of flour when being chased or when in combat will allow you to either make a quick escape or score an easy kill. The next detail is what happens if you leave your character idle.
No croak for me?
So leaving Eivor idle for a period of time will cause your Raven Sunin to land on your shoulder. The final detail from Valhalla is really cool. If you wear any piece of armour that covers Eivor's mouth, it will muffle his or her voice. So here is Eivor speaking without a mouth covering.
What is it you do here again?
If you need weapons and armor enhanced or adorned, that's what I'm here for.
I'll see you later, friend.
Put that gear to good use out there.
And here is Eivor speaking with a mouth covering.
You remind me what you do here.
If you need weapons and armor enhanced or adorned, that's what I'm here for.
I have to go. See you soon.
May they sing of your deeds.
Again, it's not mind-blowing, but it is really cool. Up next is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, we're all aware of the issues that Cyberpunk has, but that doesn't mean there aren't some cool things to find in Night City. Take this next detail for example. During the Gimme Danger mission, you are tasked with breaking into an Arasaka industrial park. Now, the more cautious Cyberpunk players among you may have decided to hack the cameras first to scope out the area. And if you did, you might have noticed this. So the name of camera 69 is Hee Hee. Nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So Hitman 3 is full of creative ways to take out your targets, but what if you don't want to kill them, you just want to knock them out? Well, you could always use your trusty choke, throw a crowbar at their head, or use one of the many other ways in the game to incapacitate a target. I mean, those are efficient ways of dealing with an enemy, but there is a more amusing way. If you place a banana on the floor and wait for a guard to approach, this will happen. That's not the only way to have your unsuspecting target fall over. If you remove the slippery when wet sign, this will happen. So next up are another two extremely impressive details from The Last of Us Part 2. Well, the first detail isn't necessarily impressive, it's just really damn satisfying. When crawling on a dusty floor, Ellie will actually leave a trail behind her. A similar effect can be seen when riding your horse through thin ice. Hopefully it's not just me that finds this sort of thing really satisfying. Now, this next detail is very cool. When playing The Last of Us Part 2 on the grounded difficulty, the enemies are more deadly, they have enhanced vision, more aggressive flanking patterns, and even have the ability to one-shot Ellie. It's not just their aim and reflexes that are improved in this mode though, it's their hearing too. Now of course, if you are too loud, enemies can hear your footsteps and general movement. Well, it turns out that they can hear a lot more than that. If you reload near an enemy, there's a chance that they might hear it.
Ken? All right, who the hell's out there? Right here! You can't get away!
To me, this is equal parts awesome and terrifying, but it does make The Last of Us Part 2's grounded mode even more immersive. So let's once again end an episode of hidden video game details with Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, depending on how bad you are at driving in GTA, there is a chance that you may know of this detail already. When driving on the motorway, the crash barriers will actually crumple to absorb impact. Here, allow me to demonstrate. That's not just a visual thing either. It actually lessens the damage you take from a crash. So here is a crash into one of the crash barriers. And here is a crash into a normal barrier. It's another really cool detail to add to the very long list of excellent GTA 5 details. The final GTA 5 detail, and the final detail for today's video, can be seen when using the micro SMG. When wielding the weapon with Franklin or Trevor, they will fire the gun from the hip with the stock folded. When using the gun with Michael, he will have the stock unfolded and will actually aim down the sights. This is Rockstar's way of indicating who is the most experienced shooter out of the three. I initially thought that it was because Michael's shooting skill was higher, but after maxing out Franklin and Trevor's shooting stat, they still shot from the hip. So that's it. As mentioned, if you know of any Easter eggs, secrets or details I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comments section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Remember, if you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets and tiny details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.